Hi and welcome to this lesson. You'll notice that I've got a fretboard with some notes written on it, or fingerings placed on it, and these notes on the top first string are the natural notes. Now these correspond to the white notes of the keyboard, which are just named after the letters of the alphabet from A to G, A, B, C, D, E, F and G. So those are the natural notes in music, and we also have black keys on a piano. We can't really see those on a guitar black and white, but they're all the same, and that's a sharp and that's a sharp. And these notes, these black notes, can be called by sharp names with a sharp sign or flat. Let's just change that one to a flat just for a minute so you can see. That's what a flat looks like, a little squashed up B. Let's change it back to A sharp for a minute. If we start at E, the next note you can play, and that's the open string, is F on the first fret. An open string is often thought of as 0 fret, though technically it's not a fret, but we think of it as 0 fret, first fret, second fret, get back to the stuff, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret, and so on. So from E to F is 1 fret, but from F to G you have to go 2 frets. From G to A you have to go 2 frets. A to B you have to go 2 frets. From B to C is 1 fret, from C to D is 2 frets, and from D to E is 2 frets. Now in between these gaps I've left, there's not just nothing. You can place other notes. And these black notes on the keyboard don't get extra letters. They're thought of as modifiers, or modifying, changing the sound of these natural notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. For example, if I get this finger and I place it on the second fret, it becomes F sharp, which really means F moved up 1 fret. Now a distance of a fret on a guitar is a semitone, from 1 fret to the next fret. On a piano it's from any note to the next note. That could be a white note, could be a black note. On the piano this would look like a white note, a white note, a black note, and a white note. Let's see where the other ones work. Between G and A there's G sharp, and between A and B there is A sharp. There's nothing between B and C, but between C and D there is C sharp, and between D and E there is D sharp. Well, I hope you got the idea of that. We have the white notes, these ones, and in between we have these other notes, sometimes called chromatic notes. And chromatic means they add color to the music, color to those plain old vanilla white notes. And often these signs like sharps, flats are called accidentals. We'll be dealing with how flats work in a minute. Now, you can apply this whole thing, this whole order of notes, to any string. This is a B string. So when I pluck the second string, I get a B note. Okay, the note above, next note, next fret, above B is C. No gap. And we'll start putting the natural notes in there. D. E is 2 frets above it, but F lies 1 fret. G lies 2 frets above F. A lies 2 frets above G, and B lies 2 frets above A. In between C and D is C sharp, and in between D and E is D sharp. In between F and G is F sharp, and in between G and A is G sharp. In between A and B is A sharp. Let's apply that to the G string. 2 frets above G is A, and 2 frets above A is B. And as we said, B goes straight to C. And you can always remember the notes that don't get a gap. B and C and E and F. Let's put a E and F there. B and C and E and F have no gap between them, no black note. So big cats eat fish is a great one. I may have told you about that before, but it's worth remembering and it's worth repeating. Right, so now we have C. 2 frets above C is D, and then D, 2 frets above D is E, 1 fret above E is F, eat fish, and 2 frets above E is G. And now we're ready to put our chromatic notes in, the sharps. Between G and A is G sharp, and between A and B is A sharp. Between C and D is C sharp, and between D and E is E sharp, D sharp. In between F and G is F sharp. We're going to repeat the whole scenario on the D string or 4th string. 2 frets above D is E. E goes straight to F. 2 frets above F is G. 2 frets above G is A. 2 frets above A is B. 1 fret above B is C, and 2 frets above C is D. Between D and E we have D sharp. Between F and G we have F sharp. Between G and A we have G sharp. Between A and B we have A sharp. And between C and D we have C sharp. Starting with the 5th string, 2 frets above A is B. B goes straight to C, and 2 frets above C is D. 2 frets above D is E. E goes straight to F. 2 frets above F is G, and 2 frets above G is A. In between A and B is A sharp. In between C and D is C sharp. In between D and E is D sharp. In between F and G is F sharp. In between G and A is A sharp, G sharp. Got that right. Last of all, the 6th string. Now the 6th string will have exactly the same note names as the 1st string. Here we go. E goes straight to F. 2 frets above F is G. 2 frets above G is A. 2 frets above A is B. B goes straight to C. 2 frets above C is D. 2 frets above D is E. And in between F and G is F sharp. In between G and A is G sharp. In between A and B is A sharp. In between C and D is C sharp, and in between D and E is D sharp. Okay, that's it. Sorry it's so long-winded, takes a while to get there, but really you see that the order is always the same, though not exactly in the same place. Knowing this, where the white notes are and the black notes on the keyboard, on the guitar fretboard, is incredibly important and will save you years and years of learning if you do it the common way of learning how to play scales and fingerings, thousands of fingerings, and trying to remember them. And with this system you really don't have to do that, so I'm trying to save you a lot of time. So if you put a bit of work into this lesson, it really is going to pay off. In our next lesson we're going to talk about grouping these notes into keys, because every song that you want to learn will be in some sort of key, and we'll talk about what a key is and how to play them all over the guitar, and it'll be great. So I'll see you in lesson 3.